back to the LaughCraft podcast with my special guest, Taylor Duggar. What's going on, Taylor?
It's me. How are you?
It's good. It's good to have you here, out here in California instead of
live.
Colorado.
In a basement.
Yeah. And so don't tell people what the studio is.
Look, I mean, in the gigantic studio space that
in the Mage Tower.
Yeah. I remember you trying to do a Zoom thing, and I was like, I'm not smart enough to handle all that kind of shit. I was like, I'd rather just come and see you, and it actually happened sooner than I thought. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Very happy we could.
Fucking stoked I got to be a guest in Sacktown. You know.
Yeah, it was super cool to see you get a guestie.
Oh yeah, I did get a guestie here. Shout out Lisa and Karen for was it Matty Groves? That was sick.
Yeah.
Breweries are like, you can't fucking throw a stick in Colorado Springs without hitting a fucking brewery. So
no, you can't.
It's kind of like
breweries and dispensaries.
Almost exclusively how I've come up doing comedy. I'm taking these off now. I just wanted to.
You can do that. I'm gonna keep mine on for a little
Yeah, I dig the samurai vibe of the headdress.
They're specifically Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I see it now.
Yeah,
look like Shredder.
Well, it even has like the thing on it. Like this is New Ninja Turtles. Just so you know. Yeah, dude, how long have you been doing comedy?
How long have I been doing comedy? Okay.
Leather Crocs.
I actually don't have like an anniversary, I don't think. But I want to say it's about a year and a half in.
Okay.
So year and 6 months, year and 8 months, somewhere around there.
That's a cute little time. That's a cute
little
time.
It's like fucking, it's nothing. All right, I know. I'm a baby. I'm green. I fuck up.
Yeah, everybody fucks up.
Yeah,
it's just part of it.
It's been a fucking steep learning curve. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's gonna continue to be so, and you're gonna go through ups and downs of where you think you know stuff and you gotta learn more. You think you know stuff. It's just Do
you remember your first ever like open mic?
Yeah.
Or was it?
It was in a coffee shop in Santa Barbara.
A coffee shop?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When I was like 19.
I don't know. You just went up there with your cum jokes and your dick jokes.
Oh, it was so bad. It's recorded.
Breakfast.
It's on Facebook somewhere. It's so fucking god awful.
I'll tag the link.
No,
I'll tag the link.
No, dude. The fucking the audio's bad. The video quality sucks. The jokes are god awful.
I know.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fine.
It sucks. I hate it.
Do something with it. You know.
No.
Send it to me. I'll have fun with it. You see that?
Journey through the years. Put like, let's see how far we come.
That was my high school graduation song, dude.
Ew, dude. That sucks.
I love it, dude. What do you fuck off?
You didn't go that far?
Not really. No.
Fucking A, dude.
Didn't get that far. Like, oh, I think all the parents probably thought that song was pretty funny.
What's the worst heckling situation you've had, or like the worst situation you've had in comedy so far?
Worst situation I've had? Oh my god, they've all been terrible.
Oh, okay, but like the worst.
Heckler, I don't know, man. I'm so new that anytime a heckler enters the conversation, I kind of fucking freak out.
Okay.
You know, I do, not like panic, but there's like certain ways that people address it. They'll either zip right to them, you know?
Right.
Like, where's that coming from? Who said that? And they'll get them, right? They'll turn it on the heckler. Right. And then there's the people that just kind of ignore it. Right? They're like, what was that?
I think you kind of gotta play it by ear.
Yeah, and I don't think I have the wisdom or the wherewithal to know what to do in those situations. So recently, what I've been doing is like I think I've been playing the ignore card for a while. Just like, well, anyway, back to my thing. But now it's become such a thing that has happened in between jokes that I can almost predict when there will be a heckler. Right. And now I have options.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's almost like if I do get a heckler, I'm kind of using them to propel my set somehow.
Yeah.
Like I'm still learning to steer the fucking ship.
That's the pro move, is being proactive about it and guessing what people are going to say and, you know, having something prepared for it.
And even the other day, somebody fucking said something like, because I'll try to ask the crowd shit. I'll be like, anybody in here think about this? And I try to be specific, not like anybody like, you know.
Anybody like ass?
Yeah. Anybody in here single? You know, whatever. Anybody ever been broken up with?
Yeah.
I try to make it specific enough where whatever answer they give me, either it's a common answer so I can predict it, or it's something way off the wall and I'm like, congratulations, I've never heard that, and then still move on with my fucking joke.
Right.
You know? So it doesn't matter if I can't predict it. I still can predict that.
That you're going.
If I can't make a joke out of whatever the fuck they say, I'm still safe. You know, for the most part.
My comedy's that good.
It's that basic. It's that basic. I think it's that fun. It's just dick and cum jokes, man. I'm only a year and a half in.
Yeah, you'll
I've
start
heard
talking
a
about
butt
politics
plug.
here soon.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I can, man. I don't watch the fucking news.
Oh, awesome. Should we jump immediately to the news segment?
Do you have a news article somewhere?
No. Fucking no. I absorb news just like ambiently from usually memes on the internet. Like I know Justin Timberlake got arrested.
I've been seeing, yeah.
Because I've been seeing his mugshot everywhere. And Travis Scott.
And for what, like a DUI?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna ruin the tour, man.
Oh no. Yeah, who's gonna fucking fly him in his private jet to his gig?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
what do you mean? I can't drive
pilot
my
before
own
he goes on tour.
Everybody knows he drives his own tour bus, man.
he's gonna lose the CDL. Oh man.
Yeah, dude. He had to haul some propane next week.
Is that a fucking Justin Timberlake song?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was like, man, that's a very obscure lyric.
There's no reference to that. Just
All
that
right,
you
good.
need a
Just Hank Hill.
certified driver's license to haul a gas.
Yep, that is true.
God damn it, Taylor.
Well, thanks for
Yeah,
having
good
me on.
having you on the podcast. We're gonna wrap this up. How do you feel about North Korea?
Oh man, it's it's blurry online. That's all I know.
It's very blurry online.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
We know where it is. You
Yeah.
just can't look at anything specific there.
Right.
But I watched this YouTube video. It was like this 5-hour comprehensive video on the history of entertainment in North Korea. And it was one of the more interesting things I've seen lately. Because all the way down, like back when they were first able to make movies when they were occupied by Japan, it's all propaganda. All of it. There's not like a single movie that they made that's for entertainment purposes.
Just for people to
until
laugh
like
at or
maybe
some
like
shit.
the 90s.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Imagine you have only seen these brainwashing videos. That's the only exposure you have to media.
There's like 5 movies that they made.
And then you watch Fast and Furious.
Oh,
just for the first time. Like, I don't know.
Oh, they would never allow
Pick
Fast
one.
and Furious in North
Doesn't
Korea
even imagine.
because the
Yeah.
idea of family being better than glorious leader, dude, can't have that shit.
Do it for
Cannot.
family.
No, you do it for glorious leader. That's why you have to. Or for
Just like
community.
pick like the 7th or 8th one. I don't even know which one it is, and they're just like mind blown with the fact that it's like, what is this? What people are doing out there?
For sure, they can't do Tokyo Drift. For sure not.
It'll make them more racist towards Japan. I feel like
That's gonna be really hard.
if they watch Tokyo Drift.
I don't know, dude, because they were occupied by Japan, North and South Korea. Right?
I'm just thinking like the rap off or the dance battle between Psy and whoever sang that fucking Tokyo Drift song. Just the epic rap battles of history version of it,
Psy versus Emperor Kyoto.
Yeah.
Or something like.
Did you ever watch the epic rap battles of history?
Sure, when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's not yesterday. That's
I saw Hitler versus Abraham Lincoln.
I
Whoever
still
the fuck
watched
was
that.
there. I don't remember. Hitler versus Stalin was probably it.
Don't remember that one, but I'm sure they made it.
I tell you thought about that for a
Wow.
second.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, is that even like allowed? That seems edgy.
Sure.
But then I was like, yeah, that's when I was a kid. People could just put fucking anything on YouTube.
People don't give a fuck. Yeah.
There was a comedy special that, what's her name? Liz. Emil. I can't remember her last name. I'm high.
Yeah.
She put out a comedy special on YouTube, and she got put on a list from YouTube for like hate speech or hate speech, because in her special she called her cat a cunt.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like.
That's the dumbest thing ever. Like, we're not gonna get canceled because I said that.
Pussycat.
You know.
Cunt. Like. I don't know. That doesn't seem.
If I call my dog an asshole, no one's gonna be like, "Oh, cancel that dude special."
Was your dog a male?
Yeah,
There
but
you
he's
go.
also a fucking asshole.
Don't be mean to the poor puppy.
Oh man, poor puppy.
Poor puppy.
Yeah,
Get called
what
an
a
asshole.
rough life he lives.
You can tell.
He
the
doesn't
energy
speak English.
You're getting.
All right, that's not
He
true.
only speaks Mandarin.
That's not true. People say that like, especially labs like golden retrievers or just like Labradors in general, like, oh, they could read your emotions. They can whatever. It's like if that were true, my dog would know when he fucks up and then I'm angry at him, and or that I'm annoyed with him and fuck off.
Or he just doesn't care.
So, no, they can't read emotions. And
They
if
can-
he can,
they
and
can-
does it
they can
anyway, that
read the
definitely
tone
makes
of
him an
your
asshole,
voice.
right?
They can read the tone of your voice, for sure.
Yeah, and when I say, hey, stop doing that, and he still does it, that makes him an asshole.
Clinically, yes.
Clinically, yeah.
Clinically an asshole.
And luckily he doesn't speak English, because the things I've said to him over the years have been horrible. If that were a child, therapy. Therapy.
They were
for sure.
taking the child away from you.
They were
first of
probably
all. You've been treating it like a dog.
Next time, I will leave the gate open, you motherfucker. Go ahead, play in the street. Go ahead,
Oh
see what
my
happens.
God, dude.
You know?
If you wanted to, you could probably hop that fence. It's not a big fence.
Go ahead, eat that chocolate. See what happens. I told
Man.
you. I told you.
I hate it when my dog begs for things that he can't eat. Like chocolate covered raspberries or something. I'm like, bro, I can't. I love you. Like, please understand. And he's just looking at me like, bro, if you love me, you'd kill me right now. Like, for real, like, I want that.
I spoil my dog with food. He doesn't,
Oh.
but he's a lab, so he has no concept of like I'm full or I'm done.
No, there's no
It's just,
done.
If he hears a bag ruffle in the back of the house,
Like, hey, what
You
are
know?
we eating?
like I'm opening a fucking container of
Let
some
me get a
sort.
plate, bro.
No chips involved whatsoever. He just darts right to the room because he's a.
Dude, my dog
He's
can
a garbage
tell like
disposal.
what specific bags have what container and what he wants. Because if it's cheese or salami, he's right there.
He's on it.
If
yeah.
it's some kind of greenery or some shit, doesn't even bother getting up.
Well, it's to the point now where my dog just basically follows me into the kitchen on the off chance that I will drop something while I'm cooking.
Oh yeah.
And he's
also
100% right. Every single time, I will drop shit when I'm cooking.
I'll drop something.
And it's to him, it's so scary to me because like he's dumb. He doesn't know that it could hurt him. You know, like he's standing next to me making bacon, and I have hot bacon grease in there, and it's like if I trip and drop, if I spill.
Oh, he's gonna try to lick up the hot grease immediately.
Yeah, dude. And it's like,
Just don't. Spill
I
the
love
grease
you,
around
but
your
you
dog.
can't just give me like a minute.
Dogs are dumb, dude.
They're,
Can't help it.
And that's like father, like son.
Yeah.
That's usually joke number one I go off with.
Yeah, you need to go to college, make your dog smarter.
Community, yeah.
Oh yeah, you did go to college.
Yeah.
Surprised everybody at the function.
Yeah. I have 2 associate's degrees, and I'm working on my 3rd one.
Okay. What are the first two in?
First one was in video and audio production, so I wanted to go into radio. That was my big fucking goal when I was young.
Okay.
I wanted to be a radio DJ and go to concerts for free and travel and
You
hand
want
out
to be?
tickets.
What was your radio
Basically, I wanted to
personality
be a
going
fucking
to be?
roadie. You know, I wanted to be a fucking loser for a living, and I thought that was gonna be the shit.
What's up, everybody? This is Taylor.
This is fucking.
This is Dirty Tay on 403.9 The Glaze.
KRXP, yeah.
Pew, 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 pew. What's up, everybody?
Coming up next, again, Blink-182 with a 15th album. Just fucking. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it was gonna be cool and fun.
Let's rip one out this hot, fresh morning while on your commute. Here's Imagine Dragons.
Oh my god, if you're
Pew, pew,
still
pew.
making music by the time I was a successful radio DJ. Well, radio's dead now. You know, that's the thing. It sucks. We killed
Yeah.
it. Spotify
Radio
killed
killed
it.
the radio star, dude.
Yeah, man. Podcasting, all that good shit. I
Yeah, we killed radio.
Yeah, I mean, us specifically. Like,
We're
we
driving a
fucking
stake through it
murdered
right
that shit.
now, just stomping it out. Bite the curb, radio!
And yes, that was dumb. But it was also a lot of like newscasting and shit, because I also wanted to do like journalism and writing and intellectual shit at the time, because I didn't discover weed yet.
And you thought you were smart?
Yeah, and I thought, you know, and then that was before I discovered shrooms.
Oh,
And
there
that's,
you
you know.
Yeah.
But then I discovered really quickly the media is the devil, and I hate it, and I didn't want to be a part of the, you know, propaganda machine, so I joined the military. Instead.
I'm trading one
That was
machine
my
for a
plan.
worse machine.
Yeah.
I don't want to affect people where I live. I'm going to affect people other places.
Yeah. Well, they pay better.
Also that. Also that. Fuck, dude.
Oh, dude.
Oh, perfect.
Beer time.
Beer time. Go get your beer.
No, hold on.
In case anybody doesn't know, our show is sponsored by Japan and also, hopefully, eventually, Armour Vienna sausages.
As cold as
We're
the
still
Rockies.
working on that. As cold as the mountains you're from. Look at that.
They kind of look like that sometimes.
Yeah, it was cool to go to Colorado and not see any mountains when I was there.
Yeah, it gets Mordor-y out there. It's just
It's misty mountain.
fog and, yeah.
Yeah.
and drizzle and depression and
That was my
you can't breathe. And Colorado's great, guys. Go there.
That was my big joke for the weekend I was out there, was that there are no mountains in Colorado. They haven't been pumped up with air yet.
Well, yeah, the weather sucks there, man.
Sometimes it's nice.
I think people, when they think Colorado, they think a few things. They're like snowboarding, weed, and like hiking or the mountains or whatever, right?
I think people our generation, when they think Colorado, they think Aspen from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty much that.
Where the beer flows like wine.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like, I think what people need to think
like American Switzerland or whatever.
When Colorado gets brought up, is it's not those, it's like hailstorms, wind, and homeless people. And the combination of those three things kind of blows my mind, considering that if you're in a tent and there's a hailstorm, how is that not like literally Armageddon? Just in their golf ball size hail, just thud, 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 thud.
Gotta get a good tent.
And you're taking cover in your own goddamn tent. Why would you live here? And if it's not travel storming on you, then you're blowing away your tent.
I doubt they have chains on their fucking carts, so they can drive other places, go other places. I don't know.
It's fucking insane that homeless people, and it's so frigid cold. Like 9 months
It's also
out of
so
the year.
fucking hot in California. There's so many homeless people.
Well, that's why they're all tan and got their shirts off, dude. You see these homeless people? They're fucking tatted. You got some hot homeless people out here, dude.
It's weird.
You go to Sacktown, bang yourself up. He won't have many teeth.
Dude,
he'll be ripped.
Let me tell you a story. I told you this story yesterday, but there's an addition to it, so I'm just gonna tell the whole story over again. So I don't think I've told it on.
Is this about Stevie?
Stevie's in it.
Okay.
So yeah, this happened outside of Henry's in Sacramento. Shout out to Stevie. And this was after the mic. Everybody's hanging out outside, chopping up, smoking weed, whatever. This homeless dude is like walking through the crowd of us and like muttering to himself. And when he gets past us, he turns back around to us and yells at us like, "Yeah, you guys hate me!" And like we like, you have our attention now. So now we start talking shit to him. He starts talking shit to us. He's like smiling while he's doing it. So he's like, we can tell he's having a good time. He probably hasn't had a social interaction in a while, right? But at some point during the back and forth, he starts to get upset, like visibly, and then he just starts repeating to himself, like, "You guys, you hate me, you don't like me because I have HIV." And,
oh shit!
And everybody just stops and like takes a step back, and like the whole time he was ranting, Stevie was like taking shit out of his pockets and was like, "I'm gonna have to scrap with this fool." But as soon as he mentioned the HIV, Stevie said like, "Give me my shit back. Give me my shit back. I'm not scrapping with this dude." And so yeah, eventually he goes away.
Punch the HIV into you.
No. Yeah. I'm not gonna test that. You could punch the HIV out of him and onto you.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, like
you can't punch it out of somebody either.
I think you can.
Oh, South Park mode.
At least some of it. Enough, you know? A little bit's not good. I don't want any of it around me.
Little dab will do you. That's what I would say.
So, yeah. It ends up being this whole thing. The dude eventually leaves. Like, some people go talk to him. I don't know why. But then this lady comes out and was like, "Oh, what happened with that guy?" And I tell her, like, "Oh, he ended up having HIV and bouncing." And she goes, "Oh my God, I thought he was cute." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Lady, he was very homeless.
See?
Jesus.
Homeless people out
I
here,
don't know.
like I said.
I thought it was obvious, but I don't know. Maybe only got a glance at him or something.
You know,
like if he was cleaned up, maybe he could have been a cute little boy, but like no, not full of sores and HIV like he was.
The nice weather out here, and the sunshine and the happy cows that keep these tweakers out here really fucking
keeps them full of energy, dude.
And tan so tan.
So tan from the sun.
And tatted.
A lot of vitamin D.
Seen a lot of good tattoos on them. Like at one point they had.
Dude, seeing the homeless out here is one reason why I don't want to like move to Austin.
Where did they get all these
try
bikes?
to test being a comic out there? Because I'll just end up as a homeless dude out there.
You know what I love is the difference between the homeless people in Colorado and the homeless people here, like in like the Sacramento area or like, California. Fucking the bicycles in Colorado are all mountain bikes, and the bicycles here are all BMX bikes.
Yeah.
And that to me is like, oh, of course, right? Who are they stealing these bikes from?
Okay.
Do you guys have mountain bike shops out here?
Okay. Now I see you were going somewhere with that. Okay.
Yeah, like...
Nice.
No, I was thinking they were all BMXers, actually.
No, definitely.
Like,
not.
every single tweaker with a BMX bike is just actually fucking really awesome at dropping in.
It must be hard to carry those mountain bikes in Colorado. They're heavier.
No, they're ultra light. That's the whole point.
Oh,
Yeah, they're like made
I don't know
fucking-
bikes, dude. I don't like bike people.
Yeah, they're made of like, you know whatever that stuff that Munchos are made out of? It's just like basically salty air. That's what they make these things. And then just a little bit of carbon fiber and they're basically good to go. I don't ride bikes because my sister bought me a bike.
That
I
sucks.
was like, I think she's like, oh, this summer we'll all go biking. I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And no, not a great idea. I'm older now. I'm out of shape.
This is the yappiest story I've ever heard.
I'm never gonna use this bike ever. I went for a 10-minute bike ride around the block one time because I had to. Not because I wanted to, I had to, and I've never been more out of breath in my fucking life. Biking is fucking stupid.
Biking sucks, and you'll become a bike
It's worse
person,
than running.
And I don't like bike people.
No, I carry change in my
Share
pocket
the
to
road.
throw out the window at bikers if I can.
Share the road. Get a car, dude. I'm in a encased metal like container with a motor on it going, and you're not. Why are
We
you
give these
getting in my way?
motherfuckers bike lanes too, and they're
Jesus.
huge, and they don't use the bike lanes. Like, if you're in the fucking bike lane,
Cars are just
I don't
shitty
give a
tanks.
Shit, but
They're just tired tanks.
yeah,
Tanks are just tracked cars.
no, we have a huge biker problem, Colorado Springs. We
Don't
gotta do
like
something
them.
about it. You know,
Start hitting them.
we gotta get the homeless people in Colorado.
I endorse
to start
hitting
attacking
bikers.
the bikers out there.
Yeah, I fully endorse it. This is an anti-bike
Like I just referred to them as
podcast.
bikers. They're definitely cyclists. Bikers like
Oh, cyclists are
yeah.
worse. They're like evolved, like the people in the tracksuit or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
the fucking skin tight thing.
With the aerodynamic fucking almond shaped.
And
helmet.
it's always some old fuck.
Great shape once again. Damn.
Good for them.
Good for them. I don't want to live that
Then they'll
long.
be able to survive the collision.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't
like-
wanna-
You're not that healthy.
I don't want to work that hard to live that long.
It's not
You know
that
what I'm
hard to
saying?
hit them. You just gotta go like that. It's real easy.
Like working out in general, eating well, I get it. I do want to live a healthy. I
What-
don't want to be miserable.
What are you
but-
trying to prove?
Yeah, I don't want to work that hard to also live longer. Living,
Yeah, like-
living hurts, man. Living sucks. Living is hard every day.
Like, who are you, man?
I mean, unless you're happy. I don't know. Are there any happy people watching this podcast?
Not watching this one, no.
Okay.
Definitely not. So, we're
Good.
right on target for our audience.
And demographics.
Yeah, our demographic is depressed, for sure. We're also sponsored by Guns. Don't keep them around. It could end badly.
They have a billboard on the way home from to my house, and it shows like a gun with the locking mechanism through, like the
Yeah,
chain lock kind of thing.
that loop thing. Yeah.
And it says, God, what the fuck does it say? Prevent suicide, keep your guns locked, or something like that.
But if it's
And that's exactly what I said.
it's your lock.
And I get what they're trying to say, like, you know, you don't want just somebody living in your house coming in and fucking blowing their head off with your shit.
What?
But on the other hand, if it's me, I'm unlocking my own gun. You're not preventing shit. You know
Who's
what I'm
gonna
saying?
break into your house to kill themselves? You know what I mean? That's elaborate.
The funniest suicide man ever.
Yeah,
I think,
like,
actually.
I'm gonna break into someone
okay.
else's house, use their gun,
Sketch
and
idea.
then it's their problem.
You think you're getting robbed? They grab your gun.
Don't kill me! Ah!
You're just like,
Yeah, that's gotta fuck with your brain a little bit.
oh, why? Yeah, but hilarious.
Like,
But you have to say something
wrong
really
with my
fucked up,
house?
really fucked up before you do it. You know, like this is for third grade. And
Oh,
then-
it's somebody you
and
know?
No, not even.
What if it's somebody you don't know?
If it's somebody, especially if it's somebody you don't know, you just say something crazy.
Don't say
random.
anything and they'll just make a wild assumption like, fuck dude, I'm that ugly.
I
don't
feel
know.
like the cops would be like, "This was random."
Yeah, like this is
He talked about it on a podcast 10 years ago.
10 years ago, more like 3 weeks from now.
It's me. The call is coming from
I
inside
thought it
the
was
house,
us.
actually.
I thought it was us. We're not doing a pack thing right now? Okay, fine.
We both go in there and do it. A suicide
No,
pact
give
in
me the
somebody
gun.
else's house.
I'll do you and then I'll do me. Like, no, dude.
You have a gun. You go rob the guy to get his gun unlocked.
Yeah.
So then
Give us your
I
gun.
Have a gun. We're robbing people for guns to kill ourselves. Merch idea.
I like it. It's our yeah. That's gonna be the slogan.
I have a joke about suicide that I'm turning into a sticker, so it's on brand. And that's what I was talking about,
That
Cobaining
sticker's
myself.
going to be used as evidence.
Yeah, it's going to be a really funny sticker, I feel like.
And it's going to be in a binder somewhere that are like, yeah, see, Article C. Makes sense. Don't think too much on that, Jesus Christ. I saw your eyes wandering like, huh,
yeah,
with a little bit of
you got a
light,
good point,
hopeful light.
actually. What can I do with that?
Nothing good.
Give me that, write it down.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
I hate that fucking football, dude. Every time any comedian is around another comedian.
Mind if I use that?
Yeah. Oh, dude, this would go great in your bit. That's another thing I like. From comedians, I'll take it. You know, like I do respect,
oh, 100%.
From some lady at the store who, you know.
Why is she talking about your jokes anyway?
Yeah, well, that's a great.
Have you ever had like your non-comic friends bring up that you're a comic to random people?
Yeah.
Don't like it.
No,
I don't like it.
I mean, I do because I love talking about it and
also
telling them
that,
like, come to
but
the
it
shows.
depends.
Come to the shows.
Come to the shows.
Please come to the shows.
But also, I don't want to.
We literally can't do it without you.
No, most people don't give a shit.
It'd be really awkward.
Yeah.
I don't. It's gotten to the point now I can't.
You care
or
about my
shouldn't-
dream?
Don't want to. Shouldn't invite my friends / family to any of these shows.
Oh, I'm done doing that.
You know.
For sure.
For two reasons. One, it's every show that I've invited friends and family to has been a fucking stinker.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Every time.
So it's like I'm advertising to my friends like, no, this is like what I'm doing with my life. You should come see this, and then they come and see it fucking, you know, stink ass. So.
Yeah. It's not been good. I booked a guy who he was just performing for my family, and I told him, and then I saw him like get really sad. Like, fuck. I still paid him, but like.
Haven't made during the festival.
That was a bad.
Shout out Dave Stone, if you listen to his podcast too, he'll fucking tell you all about that shit. He name dropped.
We'll bring that up in a second.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick intermission, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the program. Taylor.
Sam.
What other avenues of entertainment are you encroaching on besides comedy? What else are you doing?
I love videography and sketch comedy. So it's still comedy based, but I think that's kind of like the next thing that I want to start doing, which costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And equipment and time.
Yeah.
And it takes away from, not takes away from, but it's like a lot of time. You know?
Yeah. And getting comics on board to do something and
Scheduling
contribute
shit.
and scheduling is fucking awful.
Getting everybody to a location and like getting everybody on, and then that's a day per sketch idea, right? It takes me fucking an hour to make a promo on Instagram for a story.
Right.
It takes so long for all these production things to happen before they ever become like viewable to anybody else. So it's like one thing at a time. This chunk right now, other avenues. I started out doing music, you know, so I've always been doing like music production and like recording and trying to do that kind of shit. And that's like a solo thing. You can just do that on a laptop.
Right.
And it's never gonna make money, especially because I make fucking metal music. Like, that's the hardest genre of music to really sell, you know? Unless you're a metalhead, showing it to your friends is like embarrassing, you know?
Yeah.
Like inviting your friends to a comedy show.
Yeah. Or inviting
then
your friends to be
bombing,
on your podcast. Yeah.
Or in. Fucking terrible idea.
Terrible, dude. We try not to do that out here.
Well, yeah, so other avenues. And then now I'm doing what do you call it? Like promoting or booking and putting on shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's still show business.
Now you're a producer?
I
switched
fucking
sides,
hate,
dude?
yeah, the Booker,
Oh my
man.
god, Mr. Booker, man. Please, Mr. Booker, man. Please give me a spot, Booker, man.
But it's like what you got to do out where I live, because there's not the scene that there is in many other places.
You have to create your own opportunities.
You have to fucking book yourself, basically.
Yeah.
And no one's even going to see me.
Yep.
You know, I have all these shows lined up where they're gonna see other people, and all they're gonna see of me is,
hey, I'm here too.
this next comedian coming to the stage is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Give it up for them.
When you're hosting.
And that's basically gonna be my career for the next summer. You know?
Have you ever seen anybody book a show and book themselves to headline?
Yeah. And they're not doing well. So I just pro tip, I'm not even in that long. Maybe don't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
I think that's
I've
just
never
a
done
dumb
that.
move.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not a good move. It's yeah, it's bad. I wouldn't. Yeah, fuck. I've only seen it a handful of times.
I don't even know how to compare that. I was trying to think of it as like making a music video or something like that.
Well, no, because
like what other thing do you?
You're not booking a music video.
Do you do to be like, hey, come look at me? Like, how do you book yourself as the person to say like, and headlining this show?
Me.
It just reminds me of SpongeBob, like the dude fucking mopping up afterwards. And everyone's like, yeah, this guy's pretty fucking good, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's the Squidward thing. Like, okay, if you guys don't, if you have no brain and haven't seen SpongeBob, watch that episode. That's Squidward
Just
booking himself as the dance artist thing. That's
yeah.
That's the best way I could think of it. It's cringy.
Yeah, and that's actually a great comparison. I never connected that when
Huge
I watched
SpongeBob guy though.
I love SpongeBob. I never connected that. That's what booking yourself is like. I mean, yeah, for sure, host. You know, hosting is great.
It's a skill that every like comedian has to have.
You should be able to host well, because that's how.
How do you like hosting?
It's fun. I like it.
It's fine.
Yeah, I love it.
It's fine. Sounds like a girlfriend.
Don't get me wrong.
There we go.
Don't get me wrong. Everybody wants to be booked, right? Everybody wants to get booked, but you're still getting stage time. If anything, your face is out there more often, right? People, if you do a good job hosting, and other people see that, they'll want you to host their shows. You'll get paid a decent amount for that. If you host enough comedy clubs, are more likely to let you host than they are to let you feature.
Well, shit, we
right?
were just talking about this like off screen, like the value of a good host.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter if like however many people you have in the lineup,
knowing what to do.
Yeah, if somebody like a comedian could bomb, you still have to go back out there and be like, we're still having a fucking great time. This next comedian, you know, like you gotta figure something out. Like you can't let anybody else's set affect you. You're all the sets in between.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What's up, everybody? This sucks, right?
Like in the lineup, if somebody bombs before you, like there's always that feeling of like,
bro, if the host doesn't have good energy, it's just it's dead shit.
Because that's your next, right? So somebody bombs in front of you, and you got to be like, okay, I either got to recover this, and you're sweating, you're like, oh, how am I gonna bring this back? This is bad.
Yeah.
Or you're like, I got this shit, you know.
Yeah, and
either way, there's a plan to bring them back. But if, like you said, in between somebody bombing and then the host goes up there, it sucks the air out of the room even more.
It's good if you. It's great if you know everybody on the list too.
Yeah.
If you as the host know all the acts, so you know like, if this person doesn't do great, this next person is going to kill it, and so I'll just bring them right up, and just assessing where your show's at, what's going to be going on. It's stressful for sure. That's why I make a point not to fucking bother the host or whoever's booking the thing.
Well, it's funny too because like I've only been hosting this long, and a lot of people have been like coming up to me with high stress type scenarios all the time.
If we could do this, and you're just like, what the fuck?
And I'm like, yo, chill, you know.
It's just another wrench in the gears.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
And then to watch them book and host a show, and watch them sweating over the exact same things that I was tripping about at whatever, last show I was at hosting. It's nice to see that, like, see what I'm talking about? Like, you don't got time for this other stuff. You gotta worry about keeping the show going.
I'm not gonna go up to them with shit. I know my time. So give me the light at like 4 minutes instead of 2 or whatever, and like also I don't know about the sound is a little. Don't bother them. Yeah, they have enough shit going on.
With that being said, if you're hosting anything, fucking have a checklist, man. That's the thing that's been bugging me. Is like I came from the military mindset.
A checklist.
Yeah, dude. I like checklists. I like having things like because I'm not just gonna remember everything, you know. Especially from venue to venue if you're traveling around. But like lights, that's always been a fucking thing that has happened throughout my short time doing this. Is like everything seems to be going swimmingly, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, it's super fucking bright in here, and we forgot to turn on the spotlight. Oh, we forgot to turn on the stage lights. You know, it's like that's always just like the last detail because it's like, all right, we got people in here.
Right.
You know, we're getting things rolling. Everyone's excited. Number check two.
There's just something.
And there's just that detail. It's like if I had a checklist, it's like, all right, before we worry about people getting in the room, do we have all of our shit together? Check, check, check.
I mean, if you want to use checklists, that's fine, but don't get mad at me if I don't have a checklist.
But if I give you a checklist and you own a venue, right? You're Tom, Dick, and Jane's Brewery Haven, and you want to throw on a comedy showcase there, and I show up there and you guys fucking don't put up a flyer, or let your bar staff know there's going to be a comedy show.
Yeah, I get it, but if somebody handed me a checklist, I'd get mad.
I think that just tells them I
think
mean
it's a
business.
military mindset. I don't think most people have
Could
that.
be, but I think it means business.
Or
That's what I like to promote.
Some kind of hyper ADD, like high functioning.
Like I'm. what are you saying? You saying that I'm disabled and that's why I do comedy?
You say you're disabled.
The government says I am.
The government. Oh, we trust the government now? That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking crazy, man. They assign
What
a
kind
number.
of disabled?
They give me a disability out of the military, like a rating, and it's not math. It's coupon math. So you break a knee, that's 20%, right? But that doesn't mean 20% total. That's like 20%.
Is it like a health issue or something that happened to you?
Yeah, health issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine.
Yeah, definitely no.
Okay.
Fuck you guys. You would like to know. They blew my dick off in fucking Korea. Chlamydia.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, that's why they thank me.
What's crazy, we weren't even at war with Korea.
That's the
time.
joke that I go up with, man. The whole thank you for your service thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Have I told you that thing?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll tell
You told me how you hate it when people just tell you that randomly.
Well, it's like, here's why I started getting annoyed with it, is it was other veterans that would say thank you for your service. It was people that were already out of the military, retired, whatever, and they'd be like, they'd see me in uniform and go, thank you for your service. I'd be like, oh, thank you for your support, or whatever we were trained to say.
Right.
And then they would go, yep, I was, fucking
Oh.
and then I had to go like, oh, well, thank you for your service, right?
Oh, thank you for it.
And then we just get stuck in this conversation like, oh, where were you stationed? And where,
Yeah.
And now the joke is like, could you imagine if they did that to just anybody and they walked up to you and you're like, thank you for being beautiful. And you're just like, thank you for noticing, or, whatever it is that you're trying to say.
People
and then they just go, I used to be beautiful too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you gotta go, well, thank you for being beautiful. And they're like, well, thank you for noticing, It's just, how ridiculous is that it's this forced compliment? And you don't know what I did. I could have been a fucking derp. I could have been the guy fucking up your paycheck. And you're like, thank you for your service. I could have been the worst, cadet, airman, marine.
You're the guy
whatever.
Operating the bombers, whatever. And
I'm the guy crashing the forklift
Oops.
into your shit, I could have been that guy and they kicked me out and you're still like, oh, fucking boy.
No, dude, I was the guy that blew up the.
Yeah, I saw.
Mosque. Yeah. Wrong. I hit the wrong guy. That's
Yeah,
what I tell. They're all blurry. I have an N64 controller. Like, these graphics are bad.
They were left over from Vietnam. All this fucking parts. It's hard to see. We were using a microwave technology hooked to a fucking generator.
Yeah. An off-brand Xbox controller.
Yep.
Operating
just
a
like
Walmart
the guys that sunk the sub. That wasn't a red flag. Come on, man.
Dude.
Don't go to war with.
Dude, it's so crazy they want to go back.
Well, you can't.
The billionaires crave the deep, dude. I don't know what it is.
I watched the Mythbusters recently again, where they test scuba diver going down. The air supply gets cut off, like old school scuba divers, right, with the giant metal mask and all that kind of stuff. And the myth was that if the decompression happened rapidly enough, it would squish your body into the helmet. And they basically proved that by filling a dummy with bones meat and watched it get sucked into the helmet, and everyone on camera was like, yeah, that was sick, it worked, it's true. And I'm just going like,
that's what happened to those guys.
Horrifying. Like,
Yeah.
Like, they're all stoked about it, but I'm like, you just got somebody's body like.
Have you seen the like a short clip? It's a meme of like a crab next to a pipe and it just gets sucked into it.
Oh no!
It just, collapses. Just and it's gone. Yeah.
And God, dark. I imagine death so, like I feel it when I see
it's
it.
It's so violent and quick.
Yeah, I can't. Me and my relationship with death are like
Not
like I'm weirded out by it. It's like I understand it in such a weird way now that I don't want to. Imagine it necessarily, because I could almost feel what it feels like.
Yeah.
In my brain, when I see a death, I'm like, oh, I can imagine how painful that was before
the lights
went out. Like there's a period of time and your brain
where you understand kind of what's going on. You're
space
like,
time.
shit.
Yep. Having
I
to
don't like
accept
that.
defeat in however amount of time.
I don't like that.
And they're just on Mythbusters like sucking bodies into helmets, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Like once you felt your feet for a second, you're just like, oh no, dead. That's as much time as you have to
Don't you
think
know when
about
you
it.
see a video where a guy gets kicked in the balls and you feel it? It's kind of like that.
Well, and I think
Body empathy.
when I got put under for surgery one time, and I was playing it cool. You know, they were like, hey, we're gonna administer you with this many, cc's of whatever. And I was like, ooh, sounds like the good stuff. Do your thing, doc. And they were like, yeah, that's that shit that killed Michael Jackson. And then injected it. Like, they told me this is the stuff that killed Michael Jackson, and I had like 0.4 seconds of
they have the right
consciousness
amount
left to contemplate, what if I don't wake up from this, and this is the last thing.
I would have thought that was funny.
I'm sure the doctors high-fived over my passed-out body, like, never not
so
funny.
Hard, bro. Like, ha!
Like, right before they put you under, the doctor's just like, oh no, wait! And then that's the last thing you hear?
Oh, that's a dick move.
That's what I'm saying! That's so fucked up!
As soon as you wake up, they go.
But, that amount of time, like 0.4 seconds in a moment of fear in your brain.
Yeah.
That adrenaline rush, that fight or flight response.
That happens every time somebody goes under.
When people say that you see your life flash before your eyes.
Hyper used to it.
Ooh, that's like your memory dump. That's trillions of terabytes of knowledge just going all at once.
I try to take a memory dump every day.
That's what I do every night before I smoke. I'm like, what happened today?
As soon as coffee and
Not
cigarettes hit, memory dump. Gotta happen, dude. Ritual.
When was the moment you decided you were like, I'm gonna be a comedian?
So I mentioned that I did stand up a little bit when I was like 19. I did that for a couple months. I stopped for a handful of years. And then it was around like 25, 26 when I got back into it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So you waited a while.
Yeah. Because I moved back to this area and I just didn't know that there was anything going on as far as comedy.
What's going on now?
I started out in Chico, and eventually now I'm doing more stuff in SAG. And next month is a event in Oregon. It's actually this event.
That event.
Yeah. Natural Remedies Camp Out. That's going to be sick. Can't wait for that. Then hopefully, I think I'm going to catch a ride on Pete Nelson's tour on the West Coast after that.
Sick.
Yeah.
Up and down or left or right?
Up and down.
Up and down? Alright. Gotta be specific.
Down, probably down and up.
Down, then back up. Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Circle.
We'll see. I haven't even talked to him about it. He's like, do you want to go on this thing? I'm like, yeah, sure. No details. I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah. I have no idea of like how long.
Yeah,
how many
that's
venues.
the fucking road, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
the road
care.
life.
I don't give a fuck.
Where are we going?
Let's
That
go.
way. Who are we going with? These guys. Sick.
Tight. Yeah.
We got food.
Maybe.
We got beer.
Maybe.
We got weed.
Probably.
See, okay, well.
That's enough.
One of three's not bad.
1 out of 3 is not bad. Gas, probably not, but we might make it just bouncing venue to venue just enough to survive. That's the dream. That's the hope. That's the.
With just enough weed, we can get somebody.
With just enough weed, we can
gas.
survive anything actually. With just enough.
What's up, little guy?
What's the cat doing?
Oh, he's just back here saying what's up.
Oh, that's fucking.
Saying, hey, I'm here.
That's tight, dude.
I see you, buddy.
We're just talking about dreams, and the cat's like, "What's up?"
Dude,
Bang against equipment.
Cats can fucking travel through dreams. I think that. I think cats are mysterious that way.
Why do cats have reptile eyes?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Like, other cats don't have that slitted eye. Lions don't have that. Jaguars don't have that. Cheetahs don't have that. Only like small house cats have that. What's up with that?
Maybe that's how they tell. That's like how they read your mind. What if kids are reading our minds right now, and they're just all they're doing is just like scratching and shit and like cuddling up against stuff. Like they're not even bothered. They're just like they take all of our bullshit and our trauma and our pain, and they can feel it, and they're just like
they don't care.
Yeah, knock this off the shelf.
Energy vampires, dude. They're advanced energy vampires.
Yeah, they're just like it doesn't even bother them. They're just like
We never
things.
domesticated cats, and they just kind of hung around, and we were like, all right, like whatever.
You're like, you're gonna scoop that up? Cool, I'll chill here.
You're eating rats and shit, and you're kind of cute. All right, man.
Yeah, I'm a cat guy for sure. Got
Cats
a dog.
are cool, dude.
Got a dog instead.
I love seeing like old shipping records of like cats' IDs that they would have on ships.
What?
Yeah, dude. Like in the Navy, they like mouse or cats on ships would have official ID with like a paw print on it.
Oh man, you want to hear some shit? This is really fun. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Well, now you have to.
Okay.
Now you have to.
I have to. I'll dumb it down so it's not so fucked up. But
okay.
When I was deployed,
smart it up, bro.
We're sitting outside of our living areas, and somebody comes by wrangling up kittens and cats, like a wrangling. They had a pole with a slip knot kind of thing on it, so they could like catch them by the neck, and because out there they're very likely to have disease and all that kind of stuff, right? So we're not the cats. We're instructed, don't fucking touch these cats, and they're right. There's some fucked up cats out there.
What diseases do these cats have?
Well, rabies and other bacterias and foreign shit out there from
cat AIDS.
Cat AIDS. Yeah.
Why do cats get AIDS?
Well, and the thing is, like, even if a cat bites you, it's just a house cat. Like, they have a lot of bacteria in their mouth.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of medical attention out there. Yada yada.
Yeah, fair.
So they're getting rid of these cats. They're picking them up, wrangling these cats, and they're putting them down.
You're telling me.
Now, here's the fucked up thing: is that we didn't know that.
Oh, here's the fucked up thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't know that that's what was happening. We thought that they were
bad for morale.
wrangling up the cats so that they could vaccinate them, so that they could be working cats, so that.
Oh, you thought you were like rehabilitating the cats?
Not rehabilitating, vaccinating them. Like they were kittens, so they were like, hey, before they get sick or diseased or whatever the fuck that they're worried about, let's vaccinate them, and then they could just live here and eat all the shit, all the mice and
right.
working cats. That's what we thought.
Right.
That was not the case. They were just wrangling cats and putting them down. So we were pointing out all the cats.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
I was trying to save the cats.
On the cats.
I was snitching, dude. This is how I know I'm going to hell.
Kitty, cover your
I
ears.
know this is why so many cats don't fuck with me. They're like, yeah, this guy, he's cat Hitler, dude. He's fucking systematically eradicating us from areas.
Oh my god, dude.
In certain parts of the world, the Middle East.
Is that like a decent allegory for a lot of what the military's been doing?
I can't speak on that. I don't fucking any government, right? But
I don't think anybody
that was
higher
one
up
of the
is
things
going to see
that
this.
really-
I think we're safe. God damn it.
how do you fuck up worse than that?
That's pretty
How
bad.
do you fuck up worse than that?
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. How'd you find?
There's one. Get it.
God damn it! How'd you find out that like, oh, I got a vehicle for? Tell me.
Here's how I found out. They got the kitten I pointed out. They picked it up, and the cat was squirming and freaking out, and they went, and the cat went in front of me. They grabbed it in front of me, put it down in front of me, instantly, and carried its dead corpse to the dumpster.
Our tax dollars. Hard at work.
It's either that or somebody has to fucking get their thumb amputated because they got bit by a rabid cat.
Hard at work.
Man, I'm so sorry I shared that on your podcast.
That's fine. That's fine. Where else?
Yeah, see what happens when you smoke that Cali bud, People ask me, Colorado or California weed?
People do ask.
California. No other comment.
Our podcast supports cats, and we're endorsed by Japan.
And PETA.
No.
And the U.S. military.
And the U.S. military.
Coors Light.
This is actually a shill.
God damn it. And this is when I started my drinking problem.
Oh god, dude. What if you did have a hole? Have you ever met anybody that had like a hole in their head?
Yeah. Okay, you want to talk about that right now?
Fair. Dude, I knew a homeless guy who didn't have an eye.
Okay.
And
That's a hole.
It's a hole, right?
Yeah.
It's a front hole. And so he what he used to do when he was bad was if you bought him a 6-pack, he would drink one of them through the eye socket.
Okay.
Yeah. His name was Pirate. If you buy
I'd buy him one.
If you give him just one beer, he'll just drink
No.
it.
I'd buy him one 6-pack.
Okay.
I wouldn't like tell my friends about it.
Okay, but like he eventually got better.
Okay. What,
He's
his
not.
His eye grew back.
No. His eye grew back. No, he still has the other one, thankfully. But like he got in contact with family. He's not on the streets anymore. Last I heard. I don't know.
Okay.
But he stopped.
Pirate, dude. Shout out, Pirate. Hope you're doing okay.
Hope you're doing okay, Pirate.
Pour some more beer on that eyeball.
God damn, dude. It was just a socket.
You tried an IPA?
If you bought him a whole pack of smokes, he'd smoke one through the eye.
Yeah, okay. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
But
it had to be a whole pack. You know? He had standards. Like, I'm not just gonna do it for one. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it hurt. I'm sure it wasn't comfortable.
Probably felt weird.
Yeah. Like
can't feel good. Maybe the beer. I don't know.
Pours in your eyes. I mean, acid works.
On a hot day.
On a hot day, a nice cold brew in the old fucking skull cavity.
In the eye hole, bro.
Hey, my cool. Imagine getting a brain freeze doing that.
Ah!
He's like, all right, guys, I'll do it.
God! It's so close to your brain.
Damn it! Just loses his mind for a minute and a half, and everyone's like, this is what I paid for.
An eye freeze. Come on, it's ice cold.
This is exactly what I paid for. The 6-pack is paying itself off by the second.
Have you ever done acid?
No. I've considered it, but I'm more of an organic kind of guy. Shrooms and weed. Beer gets a pass, it's like hoppies.
It's hoppy, dude.
But yeah,
That's fair.
I'm interested, but also I feel like I'm not done exploring shrooms quite yet.
It's the same but different.
Right.
I don't feel, because for some reason when I do shrooms, I feel like a body kind of sickness, and I feel like I gotta either puke or take a dump. When I
you mentioned that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I've thrown up like a handful of times.
I don't feel that way on acid at all.
And whenever I have thrown up, it was the most amazing experience I've ever had. I was like throwing up rainbow. You know, like the first Snapchat filter that ever came out?
I choose
like, it was
poop
that.
every time.
I mean,
And the floor gets like a little wavy.
Then I get a little extra high and it doesn't hurt and it feels good actually. It feels like I'm relieving it feels like breathing again.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at the chunks in the toilet and I'm thinking, that looks funny.
The last time I did acid was I went to a house party, and instead of drinking, I just took a tab and I watched like the Lord of the Rings extended trilogy while everyone was asleep.
That's so long.
Yeah.
Just sit in one spot and pay attention.
Well, that's what the acid's for.
Yeah,
Keeps
but
you
even
on.
on shrooms,
Keeps
I
you
can
interested.
fucking like get up and move around and touch things and
I would
play
go
with
like
toys. And
smoke in their bathroom, but
yeah,
I went and did that a couple times, and like
walking around
man,
outside.
Frodo's really in the shit right now.
When I'm on shrooms, like every wall looks like a new universe to me.
Oh, dude, it's like
So it's like
watching
I
it
don't
for
have
the
to
first
go
time.
far.
It was so fun. I don't recommend watching a movie on acid that has your name in it a lot, unless that person.
That's so
unless
funny.
it happens to be Samwise Gamgee, bro.
Sam.
Yeah, exactly. It's very affirming.
Sam.
It felt so good. Like
He's talking about me.
He's talking about me. But like I identify with Frodo, but I am Sam, so I was like, who am I? What's going on here?
Holy shit.
Yeah. Why am I bearing all this weight? It's like a burden.
Yeah, my plan was always to like watch Planet Earth on shrooms, and I've just never been able to fucking sit down and be like, I want to pay attention to this screen. It's like I realize the screen is valueless, and
No, you'll get interested.
TV, like I've watched TV coming down from shrooms, and that's always funny, but when I'm peaking, I want to be moving around, doing things, painting.
Well, it helped. I was like in
Walking
someone
outside.
else's spot, and there was nothing else to do. Everybody was asleep.
Oh,
So
well,
like, let's hyperfixate on.
Then
that.
why did you do that? You see, that's.
'Cause I don't like drinking. Honestly,
Yeah, that's a huge step up.
I was like, let's just do this instead. So yeah, they threw on Fellowship of the Ring when everybody was passing out, and I was like, let's just keep this going. You know, I'm not going to bed.
Not a huge fan of drinking, so I just did heroin in my buddy's house, and then
Yeah, what do you guys do for fun?
hung out in the bathroom for 12 hours.
Yeah, mostly drooling on me.
The next day, we were both the same amount of hungover, and then we went and got Albert tacos.
Yeah, do nothing picks you up after heroin like some Mexican food.
Tell you what,
I think
never
after
tried it,
anything.
but I think that's the answer.
Yeah. Don't need to try heroin now.
Don't even, yeah.
Yeah, I already know.
It's as good as Mexican food.
No, nothing is as good as a Mexican food after.
Touche.
I feel like that's true. If you had more time down here, I'd take you to a Mexican spot. Down here, that's my favorite. Time after time.
Yeah. Time's the thing, dude.
Okay. Huh?
Alright, where are we going now?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
Wherever we want. We only got a couple minutes left.
Okay, cool.
So we can kill time however. Why don't you plug your shit, where you're at, where
Plug
you're
my
going to be,
shit.
all your stuff. Plug it.
I
Just
do
plug
like
it in,
plugging
dude.
shit.
Stick it right in there.
I'll close that with this. Bad Comedy, that's my brand.
Oh, you're the guy who does bad comedy?
It's it started out as a hashtag because things were just so abysmal when I started out. Like all the open mics, things were just so.
On Instagram, you're Taylor Bad Comedy.
But on Instagram, I am Taylor Bad Comedy. Bad Comedy is the brand that I'm going with, so it's gonna be Taylor Bad Comedy, and then also Bad Comedy Showcases. You can look that up on Instagram as well.
Yep. If you're in the Colorado area.
If you're in the Colorado area.
Springs.
Actually, fucking anywhere. I got a website, alright? BigBadComedyShowcase.com. And
Hell
then
yeah,
you
dude.
could fucking go there, and if you request to book me somewhere else, I'll make it happen. I'll bring the whole goddamn set, I'll bring the lamp, I'll bring the comedians, I'll book people here, it'll be fun. So,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing in Colorado. And
I got plenty of
hopefully-
homies out in Denver on the Springs.
Yeah, network.
Yeah.
Follow his podcast, LaughCraft, you know? All my homies. We'll all network, and we'll make California and
Network
Colorado
makes the
cool again.
yeah.
Fuck Nevada and Utah, but Colorado and California, I feel like we could hang. You know?
I think we can hang.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nevada might be cool.
Nevada might be cool.
Fuck
yeah.
Utah for sure.
Yeah, fuck Utah for sure.
Utah's out.
Utah's not.
If you disagree with me,
We
you're
don't
out.
claim Utah.
Yeah.
They're doing Mormon stuff, I think.
But yeah, bad comedy, baddest comedians, best content.
Bad comedy.
And yeah, it's now you plug your shit. That's it. All right.
Hey,
Did a podcast.
we did something.
Thank you.